In this video, I am going to show how to use a table, an equation, and a graph to represent a real-world scenario. And here's our scenario. Both Carrie and her sister Kim were born on October 25th, but Kim was born 2 years before Carrie. How can you represent the relationship between Carrie's age and Kim's age in different ways? So let's talk about what we learned in this real-world scenario. Kim was born 2 years before Carrie. What does that mean? What could you say that it means to say Kim was born before? Doesn't that mean that Kim is older? So now as I'm looking at these ages, and I know that Kim was born before her sister, 2 years before her sister, and I know Kim is older, for each of these boxes that I need to fill in to use my table, if Kim is older by 2 years, if Carrie is 1, what I'm going to be doing is adding 2 to each of these numbers. So if Carrie is 1 year old, that means that Kim is 2 years older than that, which would be 3. If Carrie is 2 years older and Kim is 2 more years than that, that means that Kim is 4. If Carrie is 3, Kim is 2 years older than that, and so on. Notice that the bottom row is always 2 years older than the top row for Carrie. Now what I'm going to do is use an equation to represent this scenario. So when you think of an equation for algebra, we're going to use an equation something like this. The m is the slope, so that's your rate of change, and the b is where you start. So if one value, your x is 0, where do you start? And so I'm going to talk about my 2 variables that always stay the letters that they are, the y and the x, first before I write my equation. So I'm going to let k be Kim's variable to represent her age. And I'm going to let C equal Carrie's variable to represent her age. And what I notice is that if I know Carrie's age, if I add 2 to that number, I get the equal age for Kim. So I'm going to say that one more time. If I know Carrie's age and I add 2 years to her age, I know how old Kimberly will be. So that's my equation. Do you notice how this bottom row is going up by 1? You see how that's going up by 1? My slope would be going up by 1c. Not 2c, not 3c, 1c. And you see where we would start at? If Carrie was 0, Kim starts at 2 years old. And that is our starting value. Now what I'm going to do is graph this equation. But I need to label my axes first. So what I'm going to do is start with what I was given. I was given Carrie's age, so I'm going to put that on my x-axis. And after I knew Carrie's age, I found Kim's age. And now the easiest way to graph this equation would just be to graph these points and connect them with a line. So I'm going to start at 1 for Carrie's age. And then I'm going to do the same for Kim. Now, when Carrie was 1, Kim was 3, that's going to be my first ordered pair, my first point. When Carrie is 1, Kim is 3. When Carrie was 2, Kim was 4. So I'm going to plot the point 2, 4. When Carrie was 3, Kim was 5, so 3, 5. And then 4, 6. And then 5, 7. 6, 8. 7, 9. The point next is 8, 10. 8, 10. 9, 11, and 10, 12. If I connect these points with a line, I will have my graph. If I go backwards and follow the same pattern, I have my starting value here, just like I talked about here. If Carrie was nothing, Kim starts at 2 because Kim was born 2 years earlier. Great job.